Oh, that's a blooming mess, isn't it? Right, there. Oh, live. Right, let's start. Void Rift, let's go. Another week, another hour of your life already gone. Let's go. So if the first couple go all right, it's always a good start if they go down well. Right. Oh. And I can start having my cup of tea. The important bit. So see how the week's going to pan. I mean, last week, did you have a good week? I mean, I didn't get the Hex exclusive, so that was a pain. But other than that, Denny, have you got gear on? I don't know if you have. You may very well not have gear on. What are you hitting for? Hitting all right? You didn't kill them. Okay, if we get through this, Denny, we're going to have to check. Thanks for holding up. Simran's doing a beautiful job there. How are we doing? We're going to get through this. I'd like to get through the first one. Oh, all sorted maybe? Last couple to go, pair of tanks down there, boss is gone, all good. Right. First one out of the way. This is such a terrible thing to have to do every single week. And it's a shame you can't go back in and redo stages once you've done them. Would be nice. So anyone who's got an issue can just sort of go back in and sort of fine tune it, but it is what it is. The game's designed the way it is, and that's about it for us, isn't it? Not great that we can do, which is a shame. How are we doing this one? Okay. Just don't know how many people are geared up. Go on, Nocturne. Big fan of Nocturne. Big fan. I think it because he was one of the first legendaries I got, and you have this natural bent towards the first ones you get when you use them, because well, he was one of the first ones that was usable. Sorry, so yeah, I kept putting him in everywhere. Absolutely love him to bits. Probably easier ways to do this now, but do like having a Nocturne on the go. Right, another one out of the way. All going good so far. Sure, that will come down. Oh, 3 diamonds and gold next. Get in. Went for a pizza at the weekend. I don't know if it's a real pizza. I'll let you decide. It could be more controversial than putting pineapple on pizzas, but it was a proper pizza joint. So it was they hand rolled the dough and put it into a firing place. It was like a proper, not a mass food chain. And they had a thing on there called the Americano pizza. And it was like pizza dough with melted cheese on it, and then cut up slices of hot dog where you would expect pepperoni to be, and then just smothered in French fries on top. So I don't know, is that genius, or is that not classified as a pizza? Very strange thing. Oddly, they didn't serve French fries as like a side or anything or anything like that. The only way you could get them was on this Americano pizza. Well, let's get this done and have a quick check around here. Make sure we're not missing anything. There we are. Next one, let's get you done. Did anyone pull over the weekend? I had a quick little summoning. Yeah, I think that pizza is going to split people. Yeah. I don't know whether it's classified or not. Morning, Sonic. How are you? You just finishing work then? Hello, chat. You all right, mate? So did anyone do any summoning over the weekend? I mean, I did a bit on the free-to-play challenge account, but I mostly sort of left it alone, really. There wasn't anything really game-changing up there for me. I did a video on the Reddit rumours of what's on Reddit and the possibility of an Elowin and new hero banner, but I mean, if that's true, I'd really like to say for Elowin, if you get the new hero as well, that's great, but I mean, Elowin is just such a top class healer, particularly if you get her to A3, isn't she? She's then got that chance to heal. Her heals do a dispel as well, which is an absolute godsend if you're pushing. You're still sticking for the no summoning before Easter. Ares is a nice shout. I'm going to have to start doing some gear dungeons stuff to see him replace Valk at the top. Would like to do a quick run through on that, just to see if he's all right. So Sonic, you're not summoning before Easter. Did that include the limited then as well, or did you do the minimum to get the limited hero? Oh, you got Ivar. Yeah, I mean, I pulled him ages ago on this account and I absolutely love him. I mean, he's absolutely fantastic. Quite a simple little hero, just if you need a marksman, you plug him in and then everyone, all the other marksmen, because the marksman lord skill is just so nice. Okay. You want him down as A1 then, yeah? I'll have to have a look into it. One of the things I need to have a look at, but getting into A1 may be an issue. I clear this? Yeah, there she is. Happy days. That's nice. Here she comes. I don't think we're going to get this one off, are we? Do we bother? Oh, we try. In range of Ivar. There he goes. Boom. Ah, and she's dead. Except Divines and Ancients. Is that all you're pulling? So if there's a good Ancient banner, you're pulling on that then? Still waiting for some of the heroes to get buffed would be nice. Oh, this is the Forerunner. Do you want to? You can go and have a check of the update notes. Oh, I hate this boss. Alright, we all got no, we haven't even got gear on and we've been using you. Right. You've got artifact on, that's alright. Just enough? Oh, possibly. We'll just give this a whirl and see what happens. Yeah, the Forerunner that this is, I mean, we had an update a little while ago, so got the Forge update as well. I mean, that looks really good. I've put in a suggestion. I haven't heard anything back on it yet. The Forge now shows exclusives you can get, which is absolutely fantastic, but it's a bit, it doesn't go in order. So although it shows all the gear, it's sort of clumped together like Hell's Lamont, and all the Hell's Lamont pieces are clumped together. They don't split them down into like bangle, amulet, ring, which I think would just be a little better. And then also in the notes it says that the primary stat is what did they call it? Random. That was the phrase they used. I thought, well, the primary stat is not random. The primary stat on exclusives is known. It's a so can we have that put in as well? So I'll put the suggestion in. I haven't heard anything back from them. Whether I will or not is a different matter altogether. I'm assuming not. Deathly Trees. Right, here we go. Here's the boss. Oh, we've done you early, haven't we? We only had one. Blimey, that was a mistake. Oh, no, there was a couple there. Right. There we go. Everything down? Good. Going fine so far. Deadly Screech. Clear that off. Exception of Pope. Falling Stones. That's one of the many ways. Elwyn is fantastic. Right, start getting rid of everyone. There we go. Boss to do her thing. Then hopefully plain sailing again until the next boss. Only they made these an auto battle. That would be handy, wouldn't it? There we go. Sorted. Right. Hello, mate. You all right? Aniplex? Boss out of the way. Right. Don't know what final boss we got this week. Let's have a look on that. Oh, Wukong. Yeah. Ah. I bet he melts the boss, doesn't he? Hopefully we'll see some patch notes for the global server this week. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, saying it's a week away or something like that. Wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, the Forerunner one's good, but I mean, I haven't seen anything. Don't know anything about the live arena come in. I mean, it's not fantastic. Maybe it'll catch on more on the global server, but the weight's a bit of a pain, and people still use the same teams. There's no real meta shift. But the Forge just looks so much better, and it's just annoying that they haven't gone the whole hog with the Forge. I just don't know why they didn't do the extra little bits. So like I say, I'll put a suggestion in. Can you do this? And who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But and Hex's exclusive looks awesome. Just looks absolutely fantastic. My End Arena rank, I don't know, I hardly play it. Plat 2, Plat 3, something like that. I'll have a look in a minute if you like. Haven't got a clue. But then the live arena is just done on a point system, and you get ranked against someone of the same point as you, but there's no real leaderboard, and there's no rewards for where you come on the leaderboard. It's just a finding each other system. But the rewards on there are for, I think it's 12 wins is one set of rewards, up to 12 wins, and the other set of rewards is for 20 plays. So you'll quite often find that people will just jump into the fight and then exit the fight straight away and act classes as a played, and they can get their rankings to come sufficiently down, and then your 12 wins are much easier. So that's essentially live arena. Because there's no incentive to actually climb the leaderboard. There's just an incentive to, oh no, sorry, I thought we were going to lose at the top there. There's just an incentive to get the matches done, So that's it. I mean, if you want, after we've done this stuff, just remind me in the chat. You can go and have a look at Live Arena and you can see it for what it's worth if you like. No issues. On the assumption there's at least one other person wanting to play it. And then the other thing with it, it's got certain times on there. So I think there's 2 or 3 hours at reset. Sort of 2 or 3 hours much later on in the day, and they're the only times it's open. So depending on where you are globally and when your free time turns up will very much depend on where you sit on being able to even do the arena, I suppose, do the live arena. So that would be a bit of an issue for some players, I'm sure. Right, another one done. I knew there was one up here somewhere. I want to do the whole thing and then have to go around hunting for one. Ah, 3 golden diamonds. It's worth exploring this place if you're just pushing on to the new Void Rift wherever you are, whatever level you're on. If you're not completing and doing it all, there's a lot to be said for just exploring around, because you can find little levels like this that you can do, and it's just 3 golden diamonds for yourself. So if you've got a younger account, then feel free to go for that. I haven't played around with Twiler, to be honest. Hello, Slap, you okay? Yeah, for arena, what I generally do is I look at someone else who's doing very well and I try and copy their arena team. That's essentially it. That's my go-to for the arena team. Although maybe they're trying to push more marksmen into the arena. Their exclusives seem to be for I think the Piercer stuff is an 8% boost to anti-air, so that would help him in the arena. And the marksman who lays down the traps, who just got a rework, who lays down the traps, his new exclusive is just a straight up 12% damage boost to anyone outside of his range. So maybe there see some more gear play, but arena's not something I've really pushed into, to be honest. My go-to on sets is always go for Soulbound Arcana, solely because I assume everyone knows, but in case someone doesn't, it's busted. It reads as if it's five ultimates from that champion, but it's not. It's just randomly 5 ultimates from anyone. So if you've got the new limited Diachant, then you could, or Ingrid, I suppose, would be 2 good ones. You could just flop. You could spam their ultimates 5 times and everyone's got Soulbound Arcana, full 5 stacks without any issue whatsoever. We've got boosting in the arena as well. Yeah, live arena would be nice if it worked, but I don't think it's going to. I think they've still got issues with it. So global, I don't think you'll see that. But the rest of the patch notes that came out for Forerunner, they're all right. A couple of little changes and tweaks in there, but we can go and have a look at them if you want afterwards, like I say, and definitely have a look at the Forge. That is, if you haven't seen the Forge, I mean, that is worth looking at. That comes out really nicely, with the couple of exceptions that I mentioned. New got this bloke to do, haven't we? Right, let's do this one. Here we've got, there's a team, right. I could probably change this team, but it's the same one as I've always had, so I just keep using it. Show on the other tank. Why have we got the other tank? Probably slot a hex in here somewhere instead, couldn't we? But it is what it is. Healer down. The only thing I'd say with this that I used to make a mistake with is don't trigger Nocturne's ultimate too early. Oh, or place End down too early. There we go. Nearly made a mess of that, didn't we? Cheers, Idril. If you could attack the boss, that would have been handy. Right. Right, that's it all done then. Well, there's a lot of stuff they haven't caught up on that they said they were going to, isn't there? So I guess we've got to wait for that. I mean, we're supposed to be having the new Guild Boss 5 or whatever it is, aren't we? We're supposed to get that before the end of Feb. So looking forward to that as well. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Just doing a video at the moment. I saw one a little while ago where the devs said they had spotted a link that they liked. So I might put a video together and just put the link up for the devs to say, have a look at this. I think this would be good for the game, and then we'll see what they say. I'm imagining they tell me to jog on if I get a response at all, but unfortunately I think the Dev Insights is they only respond to people where they've got answers. But when you start tracking them, you realise the answers they give are the same. So there's certain heroes they've been saying for well over a year now they're going to buff. Which is fine if you go and buff the hero, but the hero hasn't had a buff. Things like Venema and that sort of thing, where they said, oh yeah, buff's coming soon, and that's like 6 months ago, and you think, well, that's not particularly soon. I wouldn't mind buffs and nerfs on champions every month, just little tweaks, nothing major, but I think if your player base is used to it changing every month, then it doesn't seem so bad. And also you can tweak metas before the people who are spending all that money to keep giving us a game have spent too much. Because there's no way they can nerf an Ingrid or anything like that now, is there? See you later, Sonic. You're off to bed now. Another one. Hopefully these ones will go all right. I don't know if Aatrox is always a pain this round. These later stages are a bit of a pain as well, where the tentacles change where they go to. You're never quite sure if your Aatrox is going to go down in the right place or wherever else you're using. Get another one out of the way. Last phase to do, and then I can breathe for another week without having to worry about this. I'll look at the events calendar, see what's coming up for the rest of the week. I doubt they've released next week's banners already. They won't be out, will they? Next weekend's banner. So according to Reddit, this weekend coming there, they think it will be a 1+1, which is quite nice. Don't mind a 1+1. If you get good heroes, if you get like, you can get 2 trash heroes though, and take you all the way to Mercy, which is a downside to the 1+1. We go, okay, there's the other tank. I thought I was going to lose that then. I thought this was a weird way to do things, just watching how I was placing people down. Oh, out of the way. So I think we're building up this Toreador week, is it? Looking likely, isn't it, as a final boss? Oh, gonna need a bigger cup. Going to need a bigger cup. That's it, tea's already gone. Absolute beast, absolutely love him. $14 million as a damage hit. Blimey, that's quite nice. Who was that, on what, and that sort of thing? Just out of interest. The damage I like seeing, probably for me, although it's nowhere near that, is Gluttony. Because his ultimate, he just hits for like about 1 million and then heals himself fully up. I think it's quite quite a cheeky little hit. It's one of the reasons I absolutely love him. Something I've never really looked at either. I just sort of see whether I'm achieving it or not. I never actually looked to see who's doing specifically what numbers of damage as opposed to how much anyone's actually hitting for individually. I sort of might have a look at the end to see who's done what sort of damage, but rarely do I look to see. I'm looking now. He's healing for a lot. What are we hitting for? Just over 100k. Yeah, that's Valk now fully done up, isn't she? She gets stronger over time. She's got like a little self buff going on to herself to get that done out of the way. Right, get this one up here before we forget, and then it's not done. And afterward, nip over to the forge afterwards and just forge all this lot up. See what I get. I mean, yeah, you had to name a champion I haven't got, didn't you? Yeah, you had to name a hero I haven't got. That's a big ult that he does, though, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, the forge this week, I'm not expecting much. I'll go and see what artifacts we get. But last week I've got exclusive wise, I've got Hattie and double Silas in the same temple. So I'm not expecting anything that good. Probably ever again, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, this is the Forerunner account, so we're pretty much at an end of this. We'll go and have a look at the Forerunner patch notes if you want after this. I'll do the Forge. I'll collect me stuff from the Semram, see if we get anything good there. Do the Forge, like I say. Trading Hall, smash that out quickly. It's Infernals as well today, isn't it? Infernals faction. That's some big hits he's doing then, isn't it? It's Infernal faction trial today. Go and have a play around with that. So many different ways we can kill the boss. This is who we've got. You haven't got gear on. You have. You do. I don't know, I think this team works. I don't know, to be honest. It should work, shouldn't it? I think. We'll try it and see what happens. Where are we? You go over there. You're over there. Where did that leave me? Brokey, you're there. That leaves you there then, doesn't it? And then we need a healer. Right, that's that sorted. Right, let's speed this up a touch. Think I know what I'm doing now. Desperate need of a gear lock. Right, get pipe down. Baron to start building his up. This is why I place a fighter here. If you've got a fighter with enough range, then absolutely get them, because they do a wonderful job reaching over here for you. Now we're just waiting for the boss. Hopefully Zilitude's ultimate will be up and we can smash that for the boss. There's the boss. Trigger Zilitude's ultimate. There she goes. And we can start smashing the boss down before he's out of his chance to move. Sun Wukong, done. That's him dead. Right. Does it? I'm going to have a play around with the Infernal boss today. I think it's the Infernal team that's open. So we'll have I might have a play around with that and just how many different ways you can kill him. As opposed to actually doing a faction trial and then people can just sort of pick and choose which heroes they've got, if any. Just chuck Baron down there in case there's any swarming issue going on. I don't think there is, but more of a belt and braces type scenario than anything else. Let loose every ultimate in the world. Done. Right. Let's get rid of you as well. There we go. Another week out of the way. That was a nice clear this week without too many issues. Play the last one. Let's go and see what the rewards are like. Something, just a quick one. I do always check this now. There was just a comment in Dev Insights once, and someone said they didn't get, had they nerfed the Ancient Summoning Crystal rewards, because they didn't get 1 and 30. And since then, I don't know why, but I've always checked what I've actually had. Worth it? No. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Getting anything? Come on, Soulstone. That is a rare old drop. They said that, I'm sure they said in one of the Dev Insights they'd up the Soulstone. So have you been getting more? I don't feel like I have, but I could be wrong. Apocalypse reward. Wow. Bullion. Oh, there we go. We had a little run of ancients at the end. What's we going for? Tide needs to do it. Oh, trading hall. Personally, I just smashed through the trading hall right at the start of the week and I've done with it, and that's it done, out of the way. And then it's just a matter of saving up stuff. Why is anyone else saving up? I mean, I haven't. Harsh on it. Harsh on the no ancients. So I just, on this, does anyone do anything different? I literally just make sure I've got 180 of each of these as a minimum, 180 of each of these, and then I just spam this, and I'm just waiting for a, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm waiting for an event where I actually go, this is what I want. We're on 12. 1. Oh. Brexit exclusive. Right, the big 10 pop. Let's go. Exclusives everywhere. Oh, not too bad actually. Not too bad. Okay. The man who started exclusives off for us because they never bothered fixing him. We can sell that. This is it. I'm probably not going to sell this. They do say they are reviewing the selling cost of these, because if you sell exclusives, you just get the 100. This is nice. Looking forward to this. It's been a long time waiting for this. I fancy this, so that would be good news. I don't use him, but apparently he's quite good in Apocalypse. People have been using him for the stuns and things like that, so I might actually build him up, give him a try. Fastest champion in the game, but as we know now, speed has got diminishing returns, so that's that gone. Now what do we want to see? Mailbox, cheers. No, yeah, notes. And what have we got? Yeah, so this was the update from the 20th. Moon's Radiant now displays. Optimized bonding skill, and then there's all of this sort of stuff. So we did do a video on it as well if you want to go and check it out, but a lot of this stuff only appeared for a fraction of time and then's gone. New season, new monster mechanics. If there's anything will not carry over to the new stages. Both reserved. Okay. That's the patch notes. So the arena, new season rewards calculated. Yeah, okay. What are they in 2? I don't know. It just doesn't. Oh, new season. I'm starting in gold. Jeez, that's low. Well, this has changed, doesn't it? Collecting data. We already know the popular heroes, don't you? That hasn't changed. Leaderboard. That's probably changed a bit. Okay. There's the top for the arena. Forges, artifact, no, sorry, gear. Foundry, it's got this little search icon on here now, and it just shows you what exclusive gear there is, and you can do it on either of them. So that's what they've got available. That's how the exclusives work. I don't know if you want to have a look at any other stuff in there. I'm just trying to find. It was in buff, wasn't it? So that's what they've got up. I mean, like I said, I put my own thing forward, but I can't. Downloads, where are we? I did put a change forward as well for them, but I don't know whether they're going to bother with it or not. I would assume not. That's the change I put forward for them. Two secs. Let's sort this bloody image out. Right, so yeah, that's what I've asked them to do instead. Can they sort it out like this, as opposed to how they've got it is like this. I just thought if you've come this far with it, then you should do the rest. And then the other one is this. The gear has random primary and secondary attributes, where it doesn't. That's not true, as we all know. So I've asked them to do this, where it shows the main stat on it as well. So at the moment, when you click on it, you just get the image turn up like that. I said, well, why don't you just put the main stat on it? But whether they do any of that or not, I don't know. That's it. Live Arena, if you want to see it. This is the Live Arena. You sort of got your teams down here. You get to pick 7 heroes for your team, but you can't place them all down. And then you just jump into the fight. And that's about it, really. Get the fight, you'll get someone who's either doing this or not. And then I said the only difference is you can only use one hero one time in each team, so to speak. And then they've added on these little floor icons, but you can wave to the other person as well, use your little emotes as well, so that's quite handy. And I think I've taken a lot of gear off my my champion. Yeah, you're not hitting at all, are you? Going to lose that round, aren't we? There you go. And if you lose the rounds, if you win the rounds, then you get more coinage rewards. So there's a bigger prize for you for actually winning. And then there's the skills you can use on each one as well. So, but you can't speed it up. That's the only thing really. There we go. Lost that one. There we go. That's not an issue. We don't mind. Their win. Thanks. And then that's it. No great. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to work particularly well. Sorry, Frank. What you are after, mate? What is the blue box helmet work for? Blue box helmet. Was that back in? Was that back in here? Was it? Right here. I'll give it a couple of minutes, mate. If you want to have a look at something, just give us a type and I'll put it back in. If there's anything anyone else wants to have a look at, just give us a shout. Just need to go and check something as well. Need to go and check. It's Infernals today. Yeah. I think today we're just going to go and kill the boss in many different ways as possible. So that would be today's video. We'll go and do that later. But if there's anything you want to see, give us a shout now, and then we will quickly go and do that. Like I say, it's a Forerunner account, so it is somewhat different. There are a few little changes. Corridor of Glory's on again on Friday, so that's been 2 weeks, isn't it? That's quite nice to see. Roulette, Duel of the Champions. Nothing on about whether it's a 1+1 this weekend. So I don't know about that at the moment. That's a nice build someone's linked. There's his exclusive. I absolutely love it. Deals 12% more damage to targets beyond one tile. He's got massive range, isn't he? That's good. And then you can also on him, I think, put in the other exclusive that's about for the faction. Anti-air, another 8% damage, so we do another 8% damage there as well. So yeah, really like his. Just bear in mind that your faction exclusives are always rings. So it's a Bangalore amulet for your champion, and then the ring is always a faction, so you can tie them up. And the other thing to bear in mind, I noticed it first with Ajax, but it does work with any old champion you like. So Sun Wukong, he can get, if we go and have a look for exclusives for him, only this hero's exclusives, you should get, yeah, the Watchguard exclusives and the Nightmare Council. Because he's dual faction, you can get any faction one you like, and that also works for Ajax and who's the other one for the unnamed faction. They're in all factions. They can actually have any faction piece on they like as well, so you can mix and match your exclusives with that. Right, that's me done. Unless I get anything down in the chat, we'll give it a couple of seconds. I'm going to sign out here, and I'll wish you all a happy week, and enjoy your I hope you do well in the rewards. Maybe you'll do as well in Ancients as I did. So there we go. Right, nothing good in the chat. I'll catch you all soon. Okay. What else? Yeah, video today will be on the Infernal boss. I think we're just going to kill it as many ways as possible. If you've got some good ways of killing it, go for that. And I think I will just do up a couple of teams on how to kill the boss to hopefully get more people through it. I think that's the hardest faction to do, other than the ones where you're gated on that have got must have mage, healer, marksman, cultist, fighter, that sort of thing. Other than those ones, then I think you're good to go on it, aren't you? But I would say he's probably the hardest one to do. Right, anyway, that's me done. Thank you very much for your time. Sebastian, bye. Yeah, and goodbye everyone else. Cheers.